feels like a good fish. Oh, it broke me off. Like a jointed jerkbait up there. What if I can get it? That's a big jerkbait. Somebody's throwing this thing for some monsters. Should we tie it on? Let's do it. Let's tie it on. I've only caught 3 fish on the spinner so far since losing the jerkbait that I caught 9 on this morning. This thing may be a little bit big, but we're gonna give it a shot. All right, it is now my mission to try to catch a fish on this jointed scatter wrap Rapala. Let's do it. See what it looks like real quick. This is so big, man. Yeah, I don't know about this. We're gonna give it a shot though. It's a floating scatter wrap jerkbait type situation. Never fished one of these before. So it's got some pretty wild looking action in the water. Oh, I got one on it. Oh my God, I had a follower all over this thing. It looked like a decent brown. I've never fished one of these before, like I said. It almost has like an S-waver action or something, like a glide bait. But it also like darts like a jerkbait. I don't know what to say. It's very unique. Come on, get in the net, get in the net, get in the net. Oh no. Let's go. Let's go, we did it. Join a Rapala we found in the tree. And we got probably one of the best fish of the day. Probably real close to that rainbow from earlier. Get this guy on the tape real quick and send him home. He's close to the same size as earlier. Probably a little smaller. Yeah, he's right at 18. I think the other one was 18 and a half. Beautiful rainbow though. Let's let him go. Did not expect to catch a rainbow on this. I figured it'd be a big brown. And I had one flash on it down there about, I don't know, a quarter mile down the river. And he was all over it, just didn't eat. However, that rainbow was hungry. Let's see if there's any more in here. Oh my God, that was a big fish! That was a big fish right there, big brown trout. And then a little one eats it? Well, I mean, that goes to show you that the size of the lure doesn't really matter. That guy's probably 12 inches or so. Gosh, I wish the first one would have ate. He tried. Also, I wish that train wasn't going by so you guys could have heard that. This looks like a pretty solid little hole, and clearly had 2 fish eat. There could be something in that corner. Oh, I had a follower, I think. I pulled it out of the water. Oh, that was a big one. That was a big brown. He was sitting right off the edge of that rock. Oh my goodness. All right, so this thing does seem to be attracting some higher quality bites, or at least I don't know what you call them. They're not following, you know, they're smacking at it, so they're definitely showing interest. That was a big fish. All right, so here's the plan. I had to drive back by the spot I fished this morning to go to another location. So I was like, screw it, I'll just go ahead and hit it, because I lost that fish right here. And the spinner just wasn't doing it this morning. Now that I found this big jerkbait, I was gonna fish it, and it said light rain starting in 11 minutes. You guys can't really tell. I just walked through some not light rain, and now it's 100% chance of rain for the next hour and like 20 minutes. So I got a feeling we're gonna get wet, but you never know. You could catch a giant in the process, so let's do it. Oh, that's a good fish. That is a good fish. Maybe not. Man, that's just a fighting rainbow. Good Lord. Out there in the fast water right there. I mean, it's not a bad rainbow, but that was unexpected. It ate and took straight off upstream. But like I said, I've already fished this with a spinner. Maybe the jerkbait was just a move today. Probably 16 and a half inches. That was right out here in the swift stuff too. I thought it was a monster at first. It ate that thing and went straight back upstream. Oh my God, he had it in his mouth. How did he not eat that? Oh my Lord, that was a good brown. Water's kind of clear here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oh my God, that was so cool. I literally waited for the bait to disappear before I set the hook. I cast it up above the fish and he was sitting like right here. As soon as it got in his line of sight, dude, he'd come after it. It's a good brown. It was big enough to eat this whole jerkbait. Literally inhales the bait and doesn't get a hook. I pulled it right out of his mouth. There we go. Man, the rainbows today. Crazy. Nice. Oh, okay. He's afraid of heights, I think. That's literally all I was gonna do, is just put you back. Oh, that was a big brown. That was a big brown. I saw it. I saw it. It was a wild looking color too. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. After losing my jerkbait that I brought, which you guys actually didn't see, that was in part 1. So if you haven't seen part 1, I'll leave it linked at the end of this video. Go check it out. But lost that jerkbait to a pretty big fish and had to fish a spinner for the remainder of the day. and just did not get any action on it, man. It was pretty rough. Vibes were down. And then I see this giant jointed jerkbait sitting in a tree, and I was like, you know what? What's the chances this thing's good and actually fishable? And what's the chances I just found a lure that I could catch my PB on? You know, that was a big jerkbait. So, and to my surprise, I caught some smaller fish, but also, and you guys couldn't see all of them, I moved some big fish with that jerkbait. If you guys want to see me use that in the future, I might swap the hooks out and keep throwing this thing, see if I can catch a giant. But I'm also going to throw a little picture up right here. This is a size comparison to something similar to what I usually throw at that countdown. The jerkbait below here, the Fire Tiger, is like 2 1/4, and I'm pretty sure the countdown's somewhere around 2 inches, 2 1/4 itself. So when I said it was a giant jerkbait, that's just kind of, I mean, that's big compared to the stuff I normally throw. You know, they say big baits catch big fish. So I might continue to use that later on. We'll just see. By the time you guys are seeing this, hopefully I've done hooked up on like 20, 30, 40 striper. And hopefully that turns out to be a cool day so I can bring you guys along and show you that trip as well. But that's going to do it for this video, man. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.